Welcome to the Georgia Southern post-game highlight show presented by the Islands of Statesboro, the Sir Shop, Loco's Grill and Pub, and TC Outdoors, your hunting and fishing headquarters. And welcome to the Georgia Southern post-game report. I'm Josh Arby, being joined by the sports editor and the Georgia Southern beat writer for the Statesboro Herald, Matt Yogus. And Matt, over our shoulder, you can see the score 58-0, maybe a little more lopsided than even either one of us had thought. Your thoughts on this game as the Eagles just purely dominated on both sides of the ball?
Well, Josh, we talked about how we thought Georgia Southern might turn over the ball early and Jacksonville would be able to capitalize on it. That actually happened. Georgia Southern did fumble the ball away, but on the very next play, freshman corner Valdon Cooper gets a pick six, returns it for a touchdown. So really everything going Georgia Southern's way in this game. They ran the ball well, they blocked well, a ton of interceptions defensively. I think the only weakness we saw was they didn't complete a pass in the passing game, and we saw a good bit of passing attempts, just no completions out there. That's something these Eagles are going to have to work on, but a thoroughly dominant performance here in the season opener.
And Matt, the big question going into this game was the quarterback situation. Who would start? How much would either one of those guys be utilized? Well, answer early on, Izzy Ute comes in, he's the starter, and oddly enough, he hands off to Jarek McKinnon for not much of a gain the first play, but the second play, Izzy makes his presence felt, going all the way for a touchdown.
Ute answered a lot of questions just by trotting out there on that first play, really. But when you think about it, 5 carries, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Josh, that was just the first quarter. So Ute really looked outstanding running the football. He looked good throwing the football too. Slightly overthrew a couple of guys, had some wide open receivers. Again, that's something that they're going to have to work on, but obviously not too concerning in a 58-point win. But Ute looks to be the guy. McKinnon did take snaps at quarterback, but he got involved in other ways on the offense too.
So a 58-0 decision for the Eagles. Let's get out and see some of the highlights, followed by some post-game reactions from Coach Monken and some of the players. Welcome to the 2-minute drill. The Georgia Southern Eagles in their season opener Saturday at Paulson Stadium taking on Jacksonville before a crowd of over 20,000. The Eagles soaring into the game with a national ranking of number 3 in the nation on the heels of their second straight FCS semifinal appearance. The big question for Eagle Nation would be who would start behind center and how would they do? The answer, Izzy Ute, and quite well. On the second play from scrimmage, Ute off to the races, picking up nice blocks and going 79 yards as the Eagles open up a 7-0 lead. Ute far from done as he'd pile up 164 yards rushing, leading the way, and 3 touchdowns. This one a little later in the first from 11 yards out made it 13-0 Eagles. The Georgia Southern defense swarming the Dolphins and keeping them in check, less than 100 yards rushing and creating 5 turnovers in the game. Jarek McKinnon getting plenty of playing time, but the majority of it would be at slot back here, picking up 12 of his 71 yards rushing. McKinnon with only 1 trip to the end zone. Looked like he might have one here, but he's tripped up just shy of the goal line. McKinnon then taking over at quarterback, and he promptly hands to Dominique Swope, who bowls in for 6 more. The Eagles up 20-0. Ute back in on the next series, and this time the give to Darian Robinson ahead 9 yards for a first down. The Eagles with over 500 yards rushing in the game, 104 yards coming from Dominique Swope, showing no ill effects from an injury limiting his action the past couple weeks. The 19-yard score makes it 27-0. More from the defense. Freshman Patrick Flo up with the sack here. Second quarter after a Valdon Cooper pick six. It's Robert Brown getting in on the act. The 25-yard run would set up Swope for his 3rd touchdown of the half. Georgia Southern opening up a 41-0 lead as they drag the Dolphins into halftime. Picking up the action in the second half as most of the crowd stuck around for more to cheer about. The Eagles with 4 interceptions, including this one from converted running back J.J. Wilcox, who hauls it in. Back on offense and no let up as Dominique Swope makes the most of his carries, fighting his way ahead 25 yards into Dolphin territory. Then it's Jarek McKinnon finally getting his turn to break into the end zone. He goes in from 4 yards out, 48-0 Eagles. Ute looking sharp on the option as well. Here the pitch to Robert Brown. This ain't your ordinary Georgia Southern A-back. Brown packs a punch and has some speed as well. He goes 31 yards. And then final touchdown of the evening coming from Izzy Ute, his third of the night, and the Eagles start off in style, winning 58-0.
When great friends get together, good times are always on tap, and no one knows that better than Locos. Step out of the ordinary with plenty of award-winning wings, specialty sandwiches, salads, and killer entrees. Hey, sure, having the best food and the coldest beer in town is good, but when you do it all like Locos does it, it's crazy good. Visit locosgrill.com to check out our menu and to find a location near you. Then swing by and see for yourself. At Locos, we make the good times crazy good.
You never know when the time will come, if it'll come. But you need to be prepared. And people get prepared at TC Outdoors. TC Outdoors has everything you need, including a full line of handguns, shotguns, and the area's best selection of AR-15s. You never know what the future may hold. There's no time to wait. The newly expanded TC Outdoors at 246B Northside Drive East in Statesboro, 912-489-3474 and tc-outdoors.com.
First of all, it's just great to be out here at Paulson Stadium in front of all these fans. Great support. They mean a lot to us. Jacksonville, great team, well coached, had a lot of good athletes. Offense got off to a good start. Defense made plays, and it was a good game.
I'm just happy to be out here. Just first game at Paulson Stadium, everybody was ecstatic. We all just wanted to let it loose and play our best. It comes from the offensive line. They created great holds, and the A-backs and T-backs, they also did their assignments, and we executed very well.
The coaches, they came up with a good game plan. We went out as a team knowing that Jacksonville was going to play their best, and we came out and executed the way we should. Offensive line did what they're supposed to do, and we had great blocks on the perimeter to open up holes for the A-backs, and we just came out on top.
I'd say we're just coming together right now. It's a little early to say that, but everybody's working hard right now. The last year's seniors, they helped us out so much. Hats off to them, how much Will Maxwell and Brand and everybody helped me out last year, and everybody else on the O-line too.
The defense did a great job. I'm surrounded by great players with Brent Russell, Darius Eubanks, Westbrook. Going back there and trying to be a leader, I have to step up to the challenge. And Coach Curtis and Coach Muggin did a great job of giving me good schemes and stuff and putting me in a great position to make plays. And I'm just glad to be Eagle right now.
Coaches did a great job of just trusting me and Jarek. Either one of us could have went out there and executed. And the coaches just gave us equal opportunity, and they trusted us. And I'm just very fortunate for that.
There's a lot of things we did well. And I thought our kids played hard. Great mindset. I thought the effort, enthusiasm, the intensity was good, but a lot of mistakes. I'm glad we got some film. We'll be able to learn from it. Our football team loves each other. They want to win, and they don't care who gets the credit. And it's amazing what you can accomplish when nobody cares who gets the credit. Most companies aren't that way. Most organizations aren't that way. Most teams aren't that way. But this team is. You go down in that locker room, it's genuine. They care. They don't care how many plays they play. They don't care how many carries they get. They don't care who gets the credit. They love each other, and they want Georgia Southern to win, and that's it. And when Robert Brown sat up here and said that, it's genuine. I promise you, it is. We don't have to play psychologists at all. And those guys know I got no time for that anyway. I'm not going to listen to it. If you're not all in for the team, you need to find a new team. That's the way we operate.
The clothes make the man. The surf shop makes him better. Find the look that's all yours. With a wide selection of all the best brands for gentlemen, it can be a very bonding experience. The surf shop at your service with 2 locations in Statesboro, 100 Brampton Avenue in Main Street Village and inside the Statesboro Mall.
The Islands. The Islands. The Islands in Statesboro is your upscale apartment alternative.
Featuring 3-bedroom pet-friendly duplexes and houses, the Islands include state-of-the-art kitchens, spacious bedrooms, and granite countertops throughout. Stop by our beautiful clubhouse today to take a tour or call 912-225-1387, just 1 mile away from Georgia Southern's campus. It's the Islands. Your next home in Statesboro awaits.
So Matt, again, a 58-0 decision. The offense looking sharp, the defense pitching a shutout. You can't ask for much more than that. Your assessment of where the Eagles go from here?
In a game this thoroughly dominated, it's really hard to analyze what exactly we were seeing on the defense. A ton of interceptions, but Jacksonville really was put away early. You could tell Georgia Southern took them out of the game pretty much from the start. So it's hard to gauge what was going on there. And offensively, we talked about the passing game. So still, to me, some question marks on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, passing game needs to get shored up. But this Georgia Southern team is going to have a powerful offense. I think we can agree about that.
Well, Matt, the fireworks going on around us, the band playing behind us, not the most exciting of games, but the way you want to start off the season with a big win, 58-0. Now, next week's opponent, the Citadel Bulldogs, the Eagles get right into Southern Conference play and taking on a team that has given them trouble the past 2 years, despite 2 wins for the Eagles.
That's right, Josh. Georgia Southern takes to the road for the first time this year. They head to Charleston, South Carolina to face the Citadel. Here's an interesting note about that game. The last time before tonight Georgia Southern shut out a team was October 23rd, 2010 at the Citadel. They also didn't complete a pass in that game, so some parallels going on here. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Last time they were at that game, Jabo Shaw goes down with injury. Jarek McKinnon comes in as the quarterback. Then in 2011, they come down here, McKinnon and Jabo Shaw kind of switching off, and it comes down to a missed field goal in a 14-12 win. So like you said, tightly contested. Georgia Southern has the clear edge in talent in this game, but the Citadel always seems to save their best for the Eagles. Getting into conference play, it's going to be a big week.
So the Georgia Southern Eagles kicking off the Southern Conference schedule next week on the road in Charleston against the Citadel Bulldogs. We hope to see you there. For Matt Yogus, I'm Josh Aubrey. Thank you for joining us for the post-game report, and we hope to see you again next week.